everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Well, this dude is a submission magician. I am very thankful I am not fighting him here tonight, and it's really a case of pick your poison. He has so many different chokes in his arsenal and has been a master of getting these fights exactly where he wants them.
There are black belts, and there are guys like this who can do jiu-jitsu at a level that not many people, regardless of the time spent, can truly get to. His understanding of position is truly unbelievable. He always has the frame. The moment you start to press into him, he's always underhooking, always looking for the next escape route, but not to get back to his feet.
Right.
He wants to go from bottom to top. If he's in the top position, you are constantly in danger. Don't think he can't submit you from the bottom.
Right.
But his position of choice will always be in the top position, sitting in that beautiful half guard.
Yeah, his striking also has improved a lot, but no secret as to what he'll be trying to do in this matchup tonight. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, San Jose, California, a man who I believe is the most dominant force in the game at present, UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You know, for Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's a guy that has dominated every person that he's faced inside the octagon. He has a great sambo background, but it's all the takedowns that he mixes well together that allows him to gain top position, and when he's on top, his ground control is second to none. He can move from position to position seamlessly, and when he's on top, he's constantly doing damage. It's the ground and pound of Khabib Nurmagomedov that is his biggest and best attribute.
And what's crazy to me is to hear you tell stories about him in training that we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what he can do in the octagon.
J.A., I don't believe that we have seen the finished version. I think when he's in the octagon, he's fighting at about 75% of what I see on a daily basis at the gym.
Well, history is going to look back fondly on Khabib Nurmagomedov, but every time he competes, he puts his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time on the line, and that status, of course, on the line yet again here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 13 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Royce Gracie. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia,
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
The fighters touch gloves.
ready. You ready to fight?
All right, so here we go with round 1. It is not a question of if, it's a question of when this fight hits the ground. You've got a grappler, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Most people think we're going to get a grappler's delight tonight.
Yes, we are going to get a grappler's delight, but for the Jiu-Jitsu player, for the Jiu-Jitsu fighter, he cannot allow for himself to constantly be on his back, because in the grappling realm, not only do these guys possess great submission skills, but the ground and pound. The advancements in the position is so key to the game. He has to make sure he's not thinking this is a jiu-jitsu match. This is a fight.
Oh, nice connection with that punch. It's one thing to have an edge and reach. It's another to take advantage. Nicely done. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You like this guy.
I like this guy a ton. And to watch his punch, I just put a smile on my face.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC. Oh, he heard a valley jab.
And he landed the right hand there. 25 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Oh, nice jab to the head by Nurmagomedov. Whiffs on the right hand.
Dig and kick.
Nice connection on the counter punch there, and oftentimes DC it can be easier to be a counter striker when you have such a pronounced edge and reach. Throws the right hand there. Oh, lands a left punch there, and a lot of it set up by good footwork.
Really great footwork and setting traps so that he can land that beautiful left hand.
Oh, nice connection by him there with the right hand.
The right hand is the dominant hand, and you can see how well he throws it.
All right, so he lands another jab now, just snapping that thing off, DC.
I believe that the jab was lost in mixed martial arts initially, but now it has been found, and it's been found by this young man in this octagon tonight. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. 30 seconds now to go in the opening round. Gracie's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
10 seconds, let's go, baby. 10 seconds.
Counters with a left.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always going to be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Well, you see him land the jab there. He's got the reach advantage. Might as well use it.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg. Oh, Hughes hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh! Blocks the shot.
Nice.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. They continue to exchange. Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect. Man, he's just got a great feel for the striking realm early in this one.
The timing is on point. He's doing a great job of mixing everything up. Nice strike.
Just misses with the right. Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC. Connected with it there.
He's thrown so many left jabs. To throw that right punch straight down the pipe, it's unreal.
Sound defense there as he
didn't like that left hand. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
On the right there to no avail. So much different. Oh! Huge right hand!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Straight right hand now, just misses.
Ooh, what a punch.
Man, the body work really starting to take its toll here. Obvious redness on that right side. Straight right, he misses. And both guys really throwing with authority.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Right hand upstairs. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
All right, round 3 coming up next. All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
All right, so back-to-back entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corner sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the score.
This is what happens in two very skilled, very evenly matched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead in this fight. Let's see who doesn't going into the next one.
Oh, and he lands another strike to the body. Not a ton of real estate there, but he certainly found it. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out. Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation. Trying to establish that jab once again. Nice punch by Nurmagomedov.
There's no
Looked
give.
like it did stun him a little bit.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to... Oh!
Hughes hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out.
Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line. That's a big strike right there.
He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force.
Left punch is clean, followed by a right. Gracie's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now. Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it.
Nice punch lands over the top.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Straight punch on the counter is good by Nurmagomedov. Just missed with the left there. Oh, looked like he might have been in range, but misses with the kick. Trying to double up on that jab. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Oh!
Every time these guys come together, man, you just hear the punches and everything.
What a round! All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode, luckily he made it to the end of that round.
All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this one.
No, the scorecard will not be needed. If we continue to fight as we did in the previous round, somebody is going to sleep. Nice.
Oh, that's a nice strike there by Nurmagomedov.
You're always thinking wrestling when you fight Khabib, but you better be very wary of his stand-up. He's developing this skill every single day. Oh, nice. He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Nice 1-2 there. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Nice straight punch.
Gracie gets hit by that kick to the midsection. You got to do better defensively. Oh, straight right.
Oh, what is... Oh, he's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Back to the feet. Punches blocked.
Oh, he needs... Oh, he's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Back to the feet. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
All right, so he continues to land that jab. His opponent said he was ready for it, but doesn't appear to be.
You're not ready until you're in there. You can watch all the film you want. You can spar as much as you want, but until you feel a guy with a fast jab... Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out. Whoa! Back to the feet. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh, a huge block there. Oh, he's out.
He got him. What a performance.
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. For the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
And there he is, all smiles. What a huge knockout he turned in here tonight. That is one they'll be talking about for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need to take it to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of.
Thank you for watching. Please wait for more videos. See you soon.